It started in prison. It really took off here in Texas in the early 1980s.
But their presence still active on the streets here today. For more than 30 years, members of the Texas Mexican Mafia have controlled a significant portion of the drug trade and been accused of committing countless murders, assaults, robberies. The gang has spread its influence across the Lone Star State and beyond.
In this Defenders investigation, the Night Team's Tim Gerber takes a look at the gang's violent history and how the criminal organization operates.
This is a copy of the Texas Mexican Mafia's constitution. It lays out the hierarchy of the gang from the president all the way down to associates. It lays out the rules and responsibilities that members are expected to follow, and it defines everything the gang is all about.
Their constitution talks about their whole function and purpose of the organization was to commit crimes for the benefit of the inmate. They're talking about robbery of high magnitude. They're talking about contracts of assassination, prostitution, taking over those rackets, anything they can imagine.
Gabe Morales is an expert on prison gangs, including the Texas Mexican Mafia, also known as Mexican MA or La MA. San Antonio native Herb Huerta started the gang in the Texas prison system in the 1980s as a way to protect Mexican and Hispanic inmates. Doing a life sentence in a federal prison, Huerta still holds the title of President for Life.
He's basically locked down 23 hours a day, virtually away from any other human being, but he still is able to control the organization.
Huerta created a belief system for the gang deeply rooted in Aztec culture, often reflected in the tattoos members proudly wear.
The original estampa, symbol of the Texas Mexican Mafia, was the eagle and serpent on a cactus, which is the symbol that you see on the Mexican flag. You see variations of members with some with more tattoos than others.
As members were released from prison, MA spread to the streets, earning money by charging a 10% tax on drug dealers, pimps, and any other profits from crime.
Any crime that's committed, basically, they want to cut. And if you don't pay that, then there's consequences.
Those who refuse to pay the so-called dime often end up assaulted or murdered, including Mexican MA members. Those crimes often get the attention of federal investigators who have rounded up numerous high-level members in several busts, resulting in lengthy prison sentences and often leading to violent internal power struggles.
And then that's when you see the bloodshed usually really go high up.
There has been an awful lot of bloodshed in recent years, with many members winding up dead. Morales believes the gang might currently be in a state of crisis following a series of federal indictments targeting the gang's leadership. But he says it hasn't been enough to put them out of business. That's something that may never happen. Our coverage continues online with a web exclusive looking at what life is like for members who are doing time.
And of course, we have much more online right now. In addition to that story that Tim just mentioned, we have a copy of the gang's constitution so you can read their rules. Just go to ksat.com/mafia.